Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. So my buddy Sky from Road to Pro sent me something that's weighted but helps with vibration. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh.
Harry, you played well.
Thank you, Coach. Been feeling really good lately.
That second set, you really came alive. What was it? Strings? Grip? Shoes? What?
It's actually this electrolyte mix from my friends at RTP called Second Wind.
Wow.
I pop that into my water bottle, shake it up, and I'm good to go.
Wow.
That's my other win. All right, so my buddy Sky is hooking me up with some Racquet customization, SHOCKSORB Wasp Strips. And I was like, wasp strips? Look, it even has a picture of a wasp right there. But, you know, my buddy Sky's always about, I forget what you call them, but WASP stands for weight, anti-vibration, stability, and power. So W-A-S-T, WASP. So they are strips that are weighted that take out vibration. So a lot of people have been concerned about me using lead, and lead is bad for you. In certain ways, you just don't want to put it in your mouth. So don't mess with the lead and then lick your fingers or eat something and put it in your mouth. It is pretty safe if used in, like forms in which you wash your hands, and just make sure, don't handle it too much. I mean, I've been doing it for 30 years and I'm still here. So, but yes, lead is not good for you. So Sky said, how about we add weight to the racket safely and take out vibration at the same time? So let me show you what he invented here, or what he came up with here. So we got, well, the first thing we got is we got a chart. So you can measure out however much you want to add weight and take out vibration. He's also provided us in this pack with four full strips and 4 half strips. Each full strip is 1 gram. So if you use all 4 of them, it's 4 grams. If you use the half ones, it's 2 grams total. Okay? So his thoughtfulness has already cut them in half for you already. And he's even telling you how to use them. If you want to put it at 12 o'clock of the racket, you're going to get spin. 3 and 9, stability. 6 o'clock, more plow. If you don't want to change the balance, put it in the throat. That's exactly his directions right there. They are made in the USA, and they come in this cool yellow. All right, so I know the perfect person who would benefit from this. Let's go on the court with it. All right, so we just got off the court using the Road to Pro Wasp Strips versus lead strips. And since you're ultra sensitive to everything, Coach Jerod, I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, so these days with my rackets, I've actually been experimenting with lead tape, more so just because I want a little bit more, I guess, plow through in a way, a little bit more customization, and trying to just mess around with things. As you guys know, I just tend to use too many things and trying to look for the next best thing out there. So when Harry came to me with the Wasp Strips, I was actually kind of curious to see how this would compare to the traditional lead tape. So I was telling Harry, usually when I do put lead tape on, if I do put it on incorrectly or if I do put on certain rackets, there actually tends to be a weird ringing sensation in the racket. So I don't know if that's stiffness or just kind of the lead tape adding a little bit of weight in a different spot, making the racket feel a bit different. But when we put on the Wasp tape, not only does it kind of get rid of that ringing, but it actually softens out the racket, which is kind of interesting to me. So obviously, these strips are actually not made out of traditional lead. It's more of kind of like a rubberized material. So what I'm kind of assuming is when the ball impacts the strings, that vibration probably gets absorbed by the strips themselves. So I was actually really happy with these strips. Overall, I couldn't really tell much of a difference in the weight between these strips and lead tape. I think both rackets perform very similarly in terms of the weight distribution. And again, like I said before, when you do add these strips, it does soften out the racket. So if you're looking for something that, you know, helps kind of soften the racket and is easier on the arm, at the same time adding weight to the frame, definitely give these Wasp Strips a try. And at the same time, Road to Pro just has a lot of good arm saving technology. So I'd probably just check them out and try to give your arm a break from, you know, all the harsh polys if anyone's using them out there. But overall, like the strips.
The weird thing is about these strips, it felt like you put a pillow on your racket.
Yeah.
But it didn't dampen the whole racket though. It's like you came into the pillow, it softened a little bit, and then you felt a little bit, and then the ball left. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. So it took off the initial impact and gave you like a soft landing, and then said, "Get off me!" Just shot the ball off, and I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It literally felt like the ball, it flexed softly and then pew, shot the ball off. And I'm like, and then so when I used this one, I'm like, that did not feel the same way.
Exactly.
It went ta a little bit more.
A little bit more harsh.
Right.
I mean, in terms of that and what you were saying, yeah, I don't think there was any lack of performance or anything from the Wasp Strips. Like, I felt like this, like you said, there potentially could have been more pop, but overall, there was no lack of performance whatsoever between this and the lead tape. So that's actually really good.
I was expecting super deadness with this because we had, I moved on this racket, I moved it down just so I could feel a little bit of something.
Yeah.
But I felt the ball. I was shocked. And when the ball left, I knew it left. And I'm like, what the heck? So Sky actually gave you some feel. A lot of this thing that it's going to do for you is it's going to help those, the initial impact, which you're going to feel the most of, but it's those little vibration things that when it impacts the string really hard and then the racket bends and then the string buzzes, right? It's that kind of vibration that it's definitely going to take out. So the things that affect your, you know, your wrist or your elbow, forearm,
shoulder,
like the shoulder,
everything,
like the little micro things that is going to just weed out for you. So protecting you from tennis elbow, any kind of arm problems, keeping you in the game. You know what I mean? So any last words? Would you recommend this?
I recommend this. Guys, give this a try. If you're looking at lead tape, definitely go with the Wasp Strips first and give it a shot. So.
Yeah. A lot of the people, a lot of you guys, actually, I don't want to say a lot of you people, but a lot of people out there has said, oh, be careful with the lead tape. So great alternative to lead tape. And you can actually remove it and retape it somewhere else too.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Definitely.
Cool.
All right. So, Coach Jerod, thank you for testing out the Road to Pro Wasp with me. Where can they find you, bud?
You guys can find me on Instagram at MaTennis.
All right. Don't let that wasp buzz by you. Grab some, put it on your racket. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.